Yo, what's up, everybody? Hitmanbk here, and we're back. We're back. It's been a while. I haven't made a video in a minute. Pretty busy. Life changes. Anyone who does follow me knows I do this for fun. So we're back. We're back with first Descendant videos. It's probably what I'll make stuff on moving forward. I've also kind of thought about what I want to do and changing up some things, especially since we have the Discord called the Filthy Casuals. I think I want to make videos for everyone from a perspective of somebody who plays like a lot of games. I'm not good at build crafting. I always end up like finding other builds to make and messing around with those. But so I think I can give a really unique perspective on games like First Descendant and Destiny, and a lot of games that I play, from what that looks like at a time perspective and what that looks like for somebody who maybe jumps around a lot or doesn't just put hundreds of hours into a game a week. So as you read, we're here. First Descendant video is what we're going to kick off for new video for me. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. We're going to talk about why I like it, things you should know off the bat that I wish I knew, and kind of how it works if you don't really want to spend some money. So let's not wait any longer and get right to it. If you like what you're seeing, remember to subscribe or come and join the Filthy Casual Discord. The link will be in the comments. Ha ha! Okay, clearly I'm rambling, but whoa, I broke it. I did not know a controller could control OBS. This is what First Descendant looks like, in case you don't know. Welcome to Albion, the hub. All right, yes, right off the bat, disclaimer, I bought colors. Oh my God, I'm a whale. I also bought Jaber because from the start of the game, what I realized off the bat that I kind of liked is when you start this game off, you got all these shops. This is absolutely horrible microtransaction hell. I honestly don't think it's that bad, but we're not going to talk about that today, especially because, reasons. So the Descendants aren't horribly priced, in my opinion. But again, I don't want to get reamed for pricing on this thing. My point is when I started the game, if you're new to this game and you're just starting it and you want to spend money on something, or start with that. If you just want to spend money on something, I would recommend looking at the Descendants and making sure that the three you get off the top are somebody you want to play with, and if not, spend the $10 to get a character kit that you think is interesting that you actually might want to start with. That's all I'm going to say about spending money, because again, like I said, I want to show people kind of what I figured out in this for you if you're looking to just kind of spend no money. And there's honestly a lot of ways to do that. I think what's really impressive about this video game, I have a thing down here, is the ability to I'm a huge Destiny player. I never played Warframe either, by the way, so just know that I've never played Warframe, so I can't really make accurate comparisons here. Every time I tried to play Warframe, I honestly couldn't get into the core gameplay loop. The way it just feels, for whatever reason, didn't resonate with me, and that's totally fine. And this game may not resonate with you, and that's also fine. I unlocked Fallen Hope. Haha, yeah, boy. But the way that this game functions at a high level, being able to show you where everything is, I think is really important. That's kind of my first tip for you. Once you're combing through the campaign, which by the way, took me about 30 hours to beat. So it's pretty beefy. It takes a minute, and it can get pretty hard. But especially if you are, queuing into everything, that can be a frustrating experience. It would be helpful, I think, if you had some friends. I do think a lot of people don't understand the mod system in this game, so you might get stuck with some randos who fundamentally just don't know why they suck, and and you can't beat Devour and people like that. But you'll make your way through these different lands. That's kind of what the campaign looks like. It's basically a bunch of glorified Destiny patrol missions. But once you're done, and even while you're making your way through that, the way this game kind of functions is nice. You can go to access info, which is right next to your map, and look at everything that is in here and how to get it. So if you are a free player and you're just what can I do? How do I get Descendants? You can just come in and then just be you know what? I, really wanted to try out Enzo. What do I need to do to get Enzo? And then it shows you everything right here, and you can click on the acquisition. I am using controller on PC. Please don't kill me. You can quick acquisition info on everything that is a piece that you need to craft a piece. Go and find that and farm it, as well as seeing the odds of that, which, by the way, we're going to pull this up. Look at me. Look at me. Just because a game tells you that you have a 20% chance to acquire something does not mean that in 5 tries that equals 100%. I think there's like massive confusion on how math works in RNG games, and you need to think of it more like a slot machine. So every time you boot into a mission with a 20, 30, whatever percent chance to get the thing, it is a 20% chance to get the thing every single time. And when you think about that in any sort of math function, right? Like if it's a 20% chance to get it, every time you boot in, there's an 80% chance you're not going to get it. So we've had people on my Discord who, were going after something that had like a 34% chance. It took them 90 tries. I mean, that's just the name of the game, y'all. This is a farming game and it lets you know the odds up front. I understand all the drama around Nexon and what that looks like, and that they're a horrible company, yada yada, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point being is that's how RNG works. It's no different in Destiny. It's no different in Warframe or anywhere else where they say, even Destiny supposedly has exotic protection, but I know people who have played raids 200 times and not gotten the thing. Sometimes RNG just isn't in your favor, and you know what? The house always wins. Just remember that. So access info is a big thing to know off the bat. If you're a free player, it's going to get you in, it's going to show you what you need, and it's going to show you what you need to farm to craft what you want. And you can get through the whole game that way and never pay a penny and unlock everything. And honestly, it's grindy, but it's not horrible. I mean, I've seen plenty of people who have gone and unlocked a lot of Descendants. So that's something to know off the bat. If you're stuck, if you're wondering what's going on, access info is huge. Every single thing in this game is in here, even the crystallization catalysts and how you get them. So this is somewhere you should live and get to know, and always remember. That way you can figure out where it is you need to go. Another big tip for players who are just now getting into this is live and breathe by this guy down here. Especially as you get into later game, you really don't want to skimp out on enhancing your modules. This is pretty important. I don't have anything else on Jaber right now because this is how you get power, and even I'm slacking, right? Like with all these modules I have on my weapons, and they have no updates. Like that's no bueno. And it's also why I'm having a hard time trying to beat, hard mode Executioner. I needed to farm a couple other things. And the first thing you really want to upgrade to in your mod slot is going to be this, not Shock Punch, but I mean, it's going to be the that slot. That slot, as you upgrade it, right here, is actually going to increase your capacity. It's going to increase it by about 10. So that's important because the more capacity you have, the more mods you can put in, the more mods you can put in, the more power you have. And from my understanding from my Discord and people who I've been playing with, it's a lot like Warframe. Power and all of that's going to come from outside of once you fully rank up your kit and your mastery. It's going to come from socketing really powerful mods. So keep that in mind. The other thing, you are going to hit a wall in your mastery rank. It's going to happen. It's going to hurt. There's nothing you can do about it. This is like a harder grind than Destiny's light level, in my opinion, because you eventually hit like just a stiff wall, I think right after 8 or 9. And you're really going to have to grind. And the way that you are going to gain mastery ranks is going to be from upgrading Descendants all the way to level 40 and upgrading the proficiency you see here on the weapons all the way to 40 as well, swapping those out when you're done and trying a new Descendant, a new weapon. And that loop is the fastest way to get your mastery rank up. It's one you can also do while playing the main campaign, especially if you decide like, hey, I'm gonna start with like Ajax. Maybe I'll go farm another one and you'll have like 2 and maybe you'll have 3 by the time you beat the campaign. So that's also an important thing to note. As a free player, you're wondering like why you're hitting power stumps. That's probably why. It's going to be your mastery rank, your Descendant rank, and your Descendant modules. I'm like 36 hours in, and I've got I had unlocked one Descendant. I've unlocked every gun, and I purchased Jaber, and I went ahead and got the battle pass. I think the battle pass is okay. Again, I don't want to speak too much on cost because we're trying to like talk about free to play here. For a battle pass, it's all right. Every game has these. It is what it is. I'm just so accustomed to being a battle pass robot that I bought it. What else should I tell you? I really like this game. As a Destiny player too, I think this game has a lot of potential, especially, again, the fact that you can farm. You can target farm, which I think is really important, especially as a free-to-play player. Target farming is huge and doesn't lock you out of anything. And we're still in the preseason, and so we know that more things are coming down the line, and the actual season model and all of that will continue to be free too. Outside of course, the new Ultimate Descendants, etc. You can unlock all the Ultimate Descendants. So how that works too, again, is you are going to go into your access info. You're going to go to Descendants, and you're going to be like, you know what? I want Ultimate Bunny. And you're going to be able to see all the things you need to farm to get Ultimate Bunny. Like I had actually already gotten the Spiral Catalyst blueprint. You can see the acquisition info and where to get that from. So you can start making your way through this to farm her. I believe the way that this works in the Ultimate is you're going to get everything that you can purchase from her except for like a certain skin. I don't know what skin that is, so don't quote me. But basically what people can purchase is what you're going to be able to get outside of a skin. And I think it's like the skin where she's like even more naked or something. I honestly don't know. You're all very horny out there who's running around playing a half naked bunny, but I salute you. Also, free-to-play players, new players, whatever, make sure you're going into your journal and just clicking on the things in here, because you actually will start getting things by doing this. There is, let's see, these intercept battles, like look, you're getting paints and all of that in here. So some of the paints I have on my kit, actually, I just earned. I didn't even purchase. And the way that paints work too isn't as bad as it was in the beta. So again, if you're a free-to-play player, the best way you're going to get paints is going to be completing those objectives inside of your journal. And then you're going to go into your Descendant and you're going to customize. I'm sorry. We're going to go. Yeah. Customize. No. Yes. And then you're going to click on, I haven't been here in a while, Descendant skin. And then you'll click on this. And then you can go and change the color. And the way this works is once you equip a color on this guy, you can't actually equip it on his helmet or any other Descendant. It's locked to this subset of, let's just call them squares. But the upside is that you can't just you can take it off, put it back in, like it's in here forever. They pop up down here, so I can put these anywhere I want in here, right? Like, so that's an upside if you want to call it one. I'm not going to spend too long on paint. It's not a great system, and they cost about, like, what is this? 25 caliber. It's like, it's actual money. So is what it is. When you're looking also at what's coming in the future, there will be trading being added, which I think is going to be awesome. So hopefully that will trade caliber, which I think would be a big help in this game to separate between people who really farm and people who don't have a whole lot of time to farm. So again, as a filthy casual player, I honestly think you can get a lot out of this. I feel like it's got a little bit of Diablo-esque-ness to it, where no shame in going through that campaign. When you hit a wall, look up, good Lepic builds and see what mods people are putting in there, experiment with them, go and upgrade them. If you don't have a mod, again, if you're like, you know what, somebody's got this mod, I don't have it. They have the Transcendent mod. Like, what even is that? Go to access info, go to module info. I believe he's like down here somewhere, right here. Like, I know a lot of people really like, I believe it is this one, the increased efficiency Transcendent, where MPs no longer consume when using his ulti. It basically turns them into like Mega Man. And again, you can hit acquisition info and see that this is actually from the hard executioner boss. So if you're not at end game, you can be like, okay, I have nothing to do with that. Like, I'm not going to get that. It's not even worth my time. So that's, again, everything you're going to be able to find in here. And some things will be locked in, all sorts of interesting and different ways, which we can make a video about if anybody's confused by that. There is a whole entire system within the map built with around like, hard mode and normal mode, which do have different drops. So if there are certain things you're looking for, make sure you're paying attention to where it is saying it's dropping, if it is a normal mode or a hard mode, because it will be different drops based on your difficulty. And then there are these void missions that you will eventually need to do that actually loop into the void mission, which, as you can see, gives you an acquisition, a 2.5% acquisition chance for some of these matrices, and so on. There's a whole lot there, and a whole like actual system that can be refined to maximize your time. I don't have that info as of yet. If that is something you're interested in, I'll definitely get with my community and make something. But that's really it. I just kind of wanted to vomit dump, get a video out, and reintroduce people to myself. Yeah, and make a first Descendant video, because why not? I really enjoy this game. I think you can get a lot out of it as a free player. I think you can get a whole lot out of it and spending $50-$60, which honestly, I would pay $70 for this game. So the value's there. Yeah, I'm Hitmanbk. If you guys like this, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll put the Filthy Casual Discord in the comments if you're interested in joining our community of really casual, filthiest of peoples. We'll welcome you with open arms, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you all are continuing to be good humans. I'm Hitmanbk. Later.